Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Saturday 2K series. So last weekend, we had the 5K series. You saw Complexity take that against Optic Gaming, and that's really been the theme for all of these weekend tournaments, Mr. X. It's always Complexity versus Optic in the finals, and Complexity, they usually win those.
Yeah, I believe it's the last 2 weekends we've done this with the 5K, and then the 2K before that, we've gotten a Complexity Optic final. So I haven't seen the bracket. Don't know if that's a chance of happening today, but I mean, it's always a good match when that's the finals.
Yeah, we have the top teams from North America competing every weekend for a cash prize, important pro points, but unfortunately for the teams here, these pro points not going to help them get into the Full Sail Invitational. Those teams are already locked in. We got Complexity, Unite Gaming, Optic Gaming, and FaZe attending that event going on October 18th and 19th.
Yeah, I mean, those are 4 amazing teams. I mean, about them, but Unite with, I mean, their lineup, I mean, they just won PAX. They're an amazing team, too. And FaZe was really good at PAX. For a while, they were the strongest team looking through the whole weekend. So, I mean, it's going to be an amazing event.
Yeah, so essentially at that tournament, we pretty much skipped, like, the whole bracket and got down to our final 4 teams. These are usually the final 4 we see at all the events anyway. So, I wonder who's going to take that event. It's going to be great. If you live around the Orlando area and you want to spectate that event, head over to MajorLeagueGaming.com and go to the store and make sure to get your pass before they sell out.
Yeah, I would definitely get a pass soon. I mean, that event, the whole venue, it's pretty sweet. So that's definitely one to attend.
Mr. X, so
yes,
I got to get your prediction for the event. Unbiased
opinion.
Who do you think is going to take it?
Complexity.
I'm actually going to go with FaZe this time around.
And
I feel like
it's not a bad pick.
They might be the most underrated team going into the event, but they have tons of talent on that roster. They have the trio along with replays. I mean, I assume they've been putting in the practice. You know, granted, if they put in the practice and prepare for the event, I think they'll be the ones to take it.
They were extremely prepared at PAX too. So
it was kind of weird because they switched up their roles like at day one.
Yeah, at the event. But you know, I think they're probably the most underrated team that's playing Black Ops 2. To be honest, I would say.
All right, so let's talk about the tournament that we have going on today. It's the 2K series, and we got teams like Optic Gaming. They're playing Unite. They'll be playing with a couple of fill-ins. EnVy's playing as well with the fill-ins. So we got a lot of teams to look out for, and I almost forgot Complexity there. They're definitely a team to look out for in these weekend tournaments.
Yeah, and I'm actually kind of interested to see EnVy. I believe they're using FizzUp instead of Merc, so that should be an interesting combination of players. You know, with the 3 core EnVy guys. I mean, that have been there pretty much the last few months. And then, I mean, FizzUp's a very good player, too, so it should be interesting.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how they're going to do with, you know, an absolute submachine gun on their team. So FizzUp, I mean, he used to anchor a little bit, but now he's solely a submachine gun guy. So, EnVy, let's see how they do with that kind of player on their roster. And we're actually going to be spectating them in our round 1 match. Mr. X, you just got into the game. Send me an invite so we can get some codcasting going.
I'm not sending you an invite.
You don't want to codcast with me?
Nope. Driving the car by myself today.
You don't know how to drive.
No, I don't know how to drive.
Mr. X does not have a driver's license.
I do have not to drive the Codcaster. I'm not I know I hit the B button when I'm not supposed to hit it, and then the map goes everywhere.
I'll teach you one day.
One
lessons, day. You got actually they're no more Microsoft points. It's now just cash. So
cash.
You can't even give me MSP for lessons.
You know, got a nice little business going on over there.
I mean, not bad.
How much
it's
would
weird.
You charge me?
Like, before they did the transfer from Microsoft points to real cash, I had, like, maybe 16 or 17,000 Microsoft points.
17,000?
Yeah, I got a... Like, I have nothing to spend them on. In Black Ops 1, like, I did a lot of lessons. And, you know, it was, like, 2-hour lessons. And, you know, they usually give me, like, 1,600 MSP for it. So then I just kind of stocked up on Microsoft
doing
points.
With that?
I don't know. I was planning on never having to buy Microsoft points ever. And I guess it's worked out so far.
I don't know. I would have taken cash.
Well, how many Microsoft points did you have?
I don't have any.
Wow.
What do I buy?
I have 17,000.
I barely buy any video games. Like I buy Call of Duty. I buy WWE.
You know what I actually just downloaded off the dashboard?
And NBA. What'd you download?
Rainbow Six Vegas.
You know, I was trying to download it.
You were okay at that game.
Yeah, allegedly I was pretty good. You know, that's what I heard.
That's what all the first place finishes I have.
Yeah,
tell me.
Yeah, that usually means I was decently successful.
Okay, but let's talk about the matchup here. We got Envious with the fill-in FizzUp. It looks like they're going up against AxA. I don't know too much about them, but if I were to predict the winner, I think I might go with EnVy here.
I would probably say EnVy too, just because I know nothing about the other team. And I'm just really looking forward to seeing EnVy play with Fizzer. I think it's actually probably a pretty decent fit.
Yeah, so Fizzer, if you didn't get a chance to see him at the PAX Invitational, he went off.
He played really well.
It seems like every game I was watching him play, he had 30, if not 40 kills. It was him and Dito pretty much backpacking his team, that entire event. So spectacular performance from Fizzer, and now we'll see how he does with EnVyUs here.
Yeah, and I mean, he's an extremely aggressive sub, which probably it'll help Ray more trying to break hills, which that's pretty much been EnVy's kind of, I guess, problem, really breaking hills and trying to, once they get the hill, they can hold it. They just really can't break those setups, and then trying to break those setups, they give up streaks, and then that leads to just a whole problem.
I wonder what's going to go on in Capture a Flag, because we've seen Fizzer use some wacky classes from time to time. The dual band SVU along with Attack 45. Is he going to pull that out here?
He shredded with that thing at PAX. If you guys didn't see that.
Yeah, he beat you guys.
Yeah. Yes, on CTF on Raid, I believe. Yeah.
Those were the two CTFs they won in the first 2 days. They took his CTF off you guys' Complexity and the CTF off Impact.
I mean, two pretty good teams to take CTFs off of, but he was shredding with that thing. I remember I was hearing Fizzers using the SVU with the dual band. I was like, why would he do that?
It's probably gonna be an easy win then.
And then he used it against us, and it was like boom, 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 boom. I was like, damn, that thing's serious.
I prefer using an LMG with dual band in stock. I think that's the way to go if you're gonna pull out a wacky
We see that a lot on Search and Destroy, but we haven't seen anybody really use it on Hardpoint. And I mean, you probably could.
You could probably shred some faces with that. I mean, imagine someone just sitting
top
on raid.
Laundry with
top laundry.
Boom,
like,
boom,
what are you
boom,
gonna do?
You can't do much.
He's got like a turret in his head. He's like.
I mean, if you don't have like a cold-blooded class, I guess, to kind of
and who has cold-blooded in Hardpoint?
Nobody. Or like Smoke.
Even Smoke, you can see.
Even Smoke, you can see through it.
I would smoke myself in top laundry. You can't see me now.
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't know why we don't see some stuff like that.
Make it happen. Tell your team. Tell Crimsix to pull out the dual band LMG. I mean, imagine someone, they smoke front kitchen and they just stand in the doorway just shredding people.
Now, towards the beginning of the game, we saw some teams do that. I believe it was Dallas. Status Quo ran up. The Halo team Status Quo. They ran up against the team, and the guy on the other team went with Thermal LMG and Hardpoint, and he dropped like 50.
Yeah, I see it used a lot more on a map like Yemen.
Yeah.
I feel like, that's a great map for it, but you could really make it work on any map, So that's something I'd like to see more of. Thermal
Anchors
LMGs.
should just use LMGs.
They're pretty good. I mean, you don't get any recoil on that gun because with the dual band scope, there's just no recoil whatsoever. So
no recoil with it, yeah.
Pretty easy to shoot.
Oh, it's
like
extremely
if I
easy to
had
shoot,
my mom use a thermal LMG, she could probably pick up a couple kills.
She could probably drop some 30s.
Yeah.
Your mom, by the way.
Mama Revin, we're going to get you in some league play matches.
Mama Revin carves amazing MLG pumpkins. Yeah. Those are pretty sweet.
So our producer, Ron, he sent my mom some MLG graphics. And I don't know, like, she just has a hobby for Halloween. She, like, carves out, like, jack-o'-lanterns and stuff. Well, instead of, like, making faces, she made, like, the MLG logo. She made, like, the Pro Circuit shield.
Really
if you guys want to check those out, go follow my mother on Twitter, at mama_Revin, and you can check out her photos there.
I know. It's unfortunate I'm not going to be here for Halloween this year.
Why not? Where are you going?
We have that little event in Paris.
You're going to the Eiffel Tower?
Yeah.
Who are you going with?
I don't know. I'll drag them all along.
Okay.
I dragged them to different things in London. They weren't too. I mean, they were happy once we got there.
Okay.
But waking them up early, I was like, I want to go see this,
practice
and this.
Too, yeah.
And we practiced, But you're there, and I mean, you don't know when you'll get back again or if ever, so you got to see everything.
I'd like to go to Paris. You want to go to Paris one day?
Yeah,
like
sure.
We're going on vacation, just me and you. We'll hang out.
Yeah.
We'll see all the.
I think the guideline is like, if you take like, 'cause I was like, oh, should I bring like girl to Paris? You know what I mean? Like romantic spot. But I think if you bring a girl to Paris, you're like forced to propose. Like, that's like I think like the rule with Paris.
Well, why don't you find a nice Paris girl and then?
What? Drag her back?
All right. Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
No, I'm good.
It's a better love story than Twilight.
I've never seen Twilight.
Good.
What's it about?
I don't know.
How can you tell me it's a better love story and you've never seen it?
That's just the saying. That's how it goes.
I tried to watch Abduction last night.
What is
on
it?
Netflix. It was like a guy who, like, it was a kid and
I'm bored already.
Yeah, it was I didn't make it all the way through, so I can't tell you what happened. But he actually found out that he was like abducted as a kid, and like his family he was living with wasn't really his family.
Okay.
And then like some Russian dudes tried to kill them. But we have Raid Hardpoint though.
Yeah, we got some Call of Duty to talk about. Let's hop into the action here. I think you all know who we're going to watch. It's going to be Fizzerp. He's filling in for Team Envious, and this is a class we've seen a couple people start to bring out. Toughness along with fast hands, along with double trophy systems, and we know Team Envious, they love using their trophy systems. At one point during pro scrims, they had around 5.
Yeah, and that's a ton of trophies. But now you see Fizzerp changing it right away and going with, I believe that's an EMP Semtex with Hardwire. And I think you could actually, if you ran the EMPs on everybody and run Hardwire, I think you can really mess up another team pretty bad.
Yeah, hardwired. I mean, especially if a team like, we know Crim6, he loves to stack EMPs. He's always using a double EMP class. So if you notice that the other team, especially Unite, they love to throw out their EMP grenades. So if you see that a team, they're throwing a ton of EMPs at you, bring out that hardwired class, and that's going to effectively counter them. But when teams are stacking trophy systems against you, like Envious does, they love to have, you know, an abundance of trophies. What's the counter to that?
You know, this is one thing that I think it's debatable to what the counter is for trophy systems. I think probably it's probably like primary gunfighter.
Yeah.
And running more attachments on your gun, and then maybe there's not really even a. I mean, I guess you can run extreme conditioning. I'm really not a fan of extreme conditioning, though, as you know. But
Yeah.
I think those would probably be the 2 counters to trophy systems.
I mean, so if the other team is using trophies,
Yeah.
you don't really need to use grenades. So you
No, there's
spend
no
those
reason
extra
to.
points on your class. You know, either, as you're saying, 3 attachments, I think, would be one of the best ways. I mean, just go really greedy. I mean, obviously, you won't need flag check. You won't need attack mass. So I guess if you want to double up on your third person, dexterity extreme is the way to go. But
Yeah.
hopping into the action here, Karma, he's already got some score streaks for his team.
And, you know, is he using? Is that Scorpion his, or is that?
I think
one
it's
he
his.
picked up? I think it's his too. And that's an extremely interesting class. And I brought it up the other day when we were playing. I was like, you know, Assassin used to run the overkill with the shotgun. And now, I mean, we're seeing teams practice a lot with no shotguns because of other rule sets. So the next best thing, I guess, would be the Scorpion. So it's a very interesting class setup, and it allows him to be extremely versatile in the hills and then outside.
Yeah, you think we'll ever see someone use overkill with the Scorpion?
I think so. I think we will. I mean, I've seen people use it in like league play, like way back, and I was like, yeah, you know, that's a pretty decent idea. Like, if you're not going to use the shotgun, you might as well have the Scorpion in your back pocket. But I think we'll definitely see it more because we're seeing lots of teams just stack hills now as opposed to really spread out to watch them.
Yeah, I'm imagining someone like Proofy. So he's now the anchor for Envious. So he's not going to find a lot of action inside the hardpoint. But even if he's getting pushed by a sub, he's got a Scorpion to fall back on. But like, let's say for the garage hill, for example, he's hanging out near the vents. His teammates die inside the hardpoint. So if he needs to be aggressive near that guy over near the blue vent, he could just whip out the Scorpion and go to town on him.
Absolutely, and the thing about the Scorpion that probably makes it the best option is that you really don't need any attack. You really maybe need one attachment on Scorpion, maybe the laser or quick draw. It's not like the MSMC where you'd like to run quick draw and something like long barrel.
Yeah, you're not going to use a Scorpion because you want to aim in with it.
No,
you're using it for its high rate of fire, so you're going to shoot a ton of bullets at your opponent, and hopefully you kill him. So the laser sight, we see a lot of that. Is also extended mats because it shoots so damn fast, you run out of ammo real quick. So you see tons of attachments being used on that.
Here's a question about the Scorpion.
Okay.
I'm more of a fan of fast mags as opposed to extended mag on Scorpion.
Yeah, that's a viable. We actually saw Rambo at the very beginning of the game. That was his class.
That was his class. I think if you're gonna run the Scorpion, I think fast mags would definitely be better than extended mag because that extended mag, even though it's an extra 10 bullets, it still runs out so fast because the gun shoots way too fast.
So pretty much the trade-off there is you get a couple extra bullets in your clip, or you could reload a whole lot faster. So the situation that would be more beneficial in is right here on the basketball hardpoint. You're getting challenged from behind the head glitch, duck down for half a second, reload, and then you can start firing more bullets at your opponent. But let's talk about the gameplay here a little bit. You see EnVy, they're absolutely crushing their opponent right now. I want to pull up this scoreboard. You see they are massively outslaying their opponent. I mean, Proof, he's only died 5 times. Karma, he's only died 2 times.
Yeah, I mean, right now they're just outslaying AA, and Fizzerp's actually playing extremely well. Like I thought he would. You know, he fits kind of what they would want out of their second submachine gun player.
So Artistic has 3 kills to his name. Karma only has 2 deaths.
Yeah.
That's great for EnVy.
It's not good for AA. If you can't win too many games like that. I don't think you can win any.
It's gonna be tough trying to win a game when, your 3 guys on your team add up to pretty much the amount of kills of somebody on the other team.
No, yeah, and it's extremely difficult to when you're playing in a tournament like this and you're getting like ready to play and you're scrimming whatever before, and then the bracket comes out and it's like, oh, well, we played EnVy first round, or like play Optic first round. It's like it kind of like deflates the team a little bit. And, it's kind of hard to like keep that momentum alive. They actually started out pretty well. I believe they got 3 guys down for EnVy, and then they took control of the hill. But right now they're just giving up too much streaks, and they're not really rotating early and getting to the next hills. They're playing a lot for the scrap times.
Well, we were talking about EnVy's hardpoint game coming into this. We were saying that once EnVy sets up for a hardpoint, it's going to be so tough to break it. And that's what we're seeing here. They're just getting to the hard point first. They're setting up, and we're seeing AxA try to break it, and it's just not working out. And even if EnVy lose control of any hard point, they have the score streaks to re-break and retake the hard point.
Right. Yeah, see, that's going to be one of the things with EnVy that you're going to watch out for, is that when they trying to break hills against the top teams, when they're playing like this and they're slaying and their score streak control is, they dominate all the score streak control. They're as good as anybody.
Look at that. We don't see anybody usually use score streaks on the kitchen hardpoint, but Proofy, he has the luxury of calling in a Hellstorm, and so picks up 2 there. Now you see FizzUp doing work inside the kill feed, and Proofy, he's on an 11 kill streak right now.
Man. And he has one of the best shots in the game. And look how many trophies they have around these sentry guns right now. And it's not looking good for AA.
Yeah, so 242 to 49. It's looking like Team EnVy, they will win this game pretty handily.
He got team killed. He was on a 13 kill streak, dude.
Oh, now the other team, they're able to break 50 points, but it doesn't matter. I don't think there's any way AxA can come back into this game. Team EnVy, they got this one in the bag.
Yeah, Team EnVy has this one in the bag. I think it would be a monumental collapse for AA to come back right now.
And EnVy, they're able to break the hardpoint, so they're going to get the final 4 seconds. Take another look at the scoreboard here, 30-6. It's going to be Proofy leading the way, as EnVy, they completely dominate their opponents that first match.
Yeah, they just outslayed them in every way. I believe too the guys in AA had, I think it was 6 and 5 kills. Yeah, you're not going to win too many games like that. And EnVy just pretty much dominated score streak control. And there you see the scoreboard right there. Proofy going 30-6. It's just not nice.
Yeah, when you have that many more kills than your opponent, it just makes it that much easier to win the match.
Yeah, and I think everyone from EnVy actually got streaks too. So, and then you're at such a disadvantage. Even if you get to the hill first to rotate, like we saw Proofy kill 2 guys in kitchen with the Hellstorm, you just can't win.
All right, so Team EnVy has come out strong on map number 1, Raid Hardpoint, in the first match of the MLG Play 2000 series. We're heading to a quick commercial break, but when we return, we're going to see if EnVy can cruise in map number 2.